1. The Koh-i-Noor Controversy, 1970 UN Convention offers some answers. GS Paper 1, Modern History. Why recently in news? The government's subsequent clarification from the view of its Solicitor General brings the debate over the 106-carat symbol of British colonialism back to where it was. Questions about ownership, authorship, theft and possession in the context of colonialism today were raised at a recent exhibition at Tate Britain. The diamond that now sits with other British crown jewels at the Tower of London. What did the Indian Solicitor General's submission says? It says the heirs of Maharaja Ranjit Singh gave the diamond to the British as voluntary compensation for the expenses incurred in the Anglo-Maratha Wars. The diamond was neither forcibly taken nor stolen, but was rather given as a gift to the East India Company. What do historical records say? Historical records show the Koh-i-Noor was part of war reparations demanded by the East India Company after the defeat of the state of Punjab. History of Koh-i-Noor diamond. In 1526 the Mughal ruler Babur mentions the diamond in his writings, Baburnama. The diamond was gifted to him by the Sultan Ibrahim Lodi. The Persian general Nader Shah in 1739 defeated the Sultan Muhammad, grandson of Aurangzeb, and taken away the gem. Nader Shah gave the diamond its current name, Koh-i-Noor, meaning mountain of light. Shah Shuja Durrani brought the Koh-i-Noor back to India in 1813 and gave it to Ranjit Singh, the founder of the Sikh Empire. In exchange, Ranjit Singh helped Shah Shuja get back the throne of Afghanistan. In 1849, after the conquest of the Punjab by the British forces, the properties of the Sikh Empire were confiscated. The Koh-i-Noor was transferred to the treasury of the British East India Company in Lahore. Even one line of the Treaty of Lahore was dedicated to the fate of the Koh-i-Noor. The diamond was handed to Queen Victoria in July 1850. After the diamond was handed to Queen Victoria, it was exhibited at the Crystal Palace a year later. In 1852 the Queen decided to reshape the diamond and it was taken to a Dutch jeweler, Mr. Cantor, who cut it to 108.93 carats. Is there a problem with calling the diamond a gift? Indian nationalists from the time of Dadabhai Naoroji built the narrative of their struggle against the British around the theory of the drain of wealth. They narrate the ways in which India was relentlessly bled of her resources, resulting in the passing of her legendary wealth into the hands of the British. If India was the brightest jewel in the crown, the Koh-i-Noor represented the immense wealth of the land on which the sustenance of the empire depended. Given the context of British colonialism, the passing of the diamond out of Indian hands can hardly be called a gift. 1970 UN Convention offers some answers over the Koh-i-Noor controversy. The convention, which has been ratified by more than 120 countries, provided a framework for cooperation to clarify the procedure for the removal of archaeological and ethnological material from one country to another. Article 1 of the convention deemed cultural heritage to be property which, on religious or secular grounds, is specifically designated by each state as being of importance for archaeology, prehistory, history, literature, art or science. Thus the Koh-i-Noor's identification as a cultural heritage, and India's right to seek its retrieval would have to face this test under Article 1 of the Convention. 2. India, China for mutually acceptable solution to border dispute. GS Paper 2, India and its neighbors, bilateral relations involving India. Why recently in news? India and China agreed to adhere to peaceful negotiations to settle the vexed border issue and reach a fair, reasonable and mutually acceptable solution. The decision was taken during the annual 19th round of boundary talks here between National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and his Chinese counterpart Yang Jiechi. Both the leaders had an extensive, deep and candid discussion on the 3,488 kilometers long line of actual control, LAC, which remains undemarcated, resulting in tensions between the two sides. Highlights of the meeting. It aimed to ensure a very stable border as all the issues take place because of perception. Marking the LAC is one of the preconditions of smooth border operations. Without that, everything goes by perceptions, which has caused problems sometimes. Parkal also highlighted India's concerns over China's projects in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, POK, especially the $46 billion economic corridor going through the disputed territory.